to A Well-Designed Business. My name is LuAnn, and I'm so glad you found this podcast. Together with my husband Vince and our partner Bill, we have grown our company WindowWorks from the ground up. So I know and I understand the challenges you face in running your interior design business. I also know that your talent alone isn't enough to ensure your success. So on this podcast, we talk about strategies and practical steps to help you grow your business. But make no mistake about it, we have our share of fun here too, mixed in with those aha moments that I love so much. This isn't fluff. Nobody has time for that. Whether you are a new interior designer or a seasoned designer, I am here to help you create and to manage the kind of interior design firm that you dream of. It's straight talk and it's action. Are you ready? Let's get started. Hi, welcome to A Well-Designed Business. It's Power Talk Friday. On today's show, I want to talk with you about the things that I have learned about the challenges that you face in running your design firm over these last 4 years. I've learned about the problems and obstacles you face through the emails, the DMs, the Facebook posts, conversations at live events, through my masterminds, and the one-on-one work I have done with you. And while every one of you is unique, not only in your design talent, but in your personality, there have been themes that repeat and problems that I know that we all share in this journey of being an entrepreneur. As the months have gone by and each of you have reached out to me, I have begun and have continued to give it some hard thought on how I can actually best help you and best address the things in the precise way that would benefit you most individually. This is not an easy exploration for me because we are such a diverse group, from my hashtag baby designers to the hashtag rising designers, all the way to the hashtag seasoned designers among you. Your needs are as different as each of you are. Some of you, maybe say you're in business 15 plus years. These are very different needs from someone who started their business in the last year or two. And the thing is that even two firms, both in business 15 years, have different needs. One might be a solo firm in business 15, 20, 25 years. And another might be a firm the same 15 or 20, 25 years and have a staff of many. So each of you, while your technical years in business is similar, your needs and your challenges are completely different. Not better or worse, just completely different, right? And here's the thing. I'm never going to tell you that I have all the answers. That would be, frankly, absurd, wouldn't it? Right? But the thing is, I'm always going to do my best to try and create something of value that once you have experienced it, when you come out the other side of it, you will say, that was worth my time or worth my money. And sometimes it will need to be worth both your time and your money. So stick with me a moment because I am going to share with you everything that I have been cooking up to help you grow your business in 2020. Things like growing your client base, increasing your net profits, improving your business acumen, sharpening your sales skills, learning how to create a big picture plan for your big rock goal setting for your firm, and expanding your personal network of like-minded industry professionals, designers, window treatment pros, architects, landscape architects, photographers, all the entrepreneurs among you who are creative, heart-centered, focused on not only making your business the best it can be, but interested and willing to help others do the same. So, before I tell you all about that, I'd like to give a shout out and a thanks to Kirsch for sponsoring the show. Kirsch is your resource for quality, innovation, and style when it comes to drapery hardware. Kirsch products are sold throughout independent distributors all across the country. These wholesalers are here to help you with product knowledge, installation questions, sampling, and more. At WindowWorks, we're so fortunate to work with both Merrill Landis and Designer's Resource for our Kirsch products. I know Vita works with Design Trade Resource in Pennsylvania. To find your area distributor so that you can specify Kirsch for your next drapery project, go to Kirsch.com and tell them I sent you. And by the way, if you're going to the International Window Covering Expo in Charlotte this March, Kirsch will be there with me. Okay? Now, let's focus on how we are going to grow your business in 2020, shall we? First, at the most basic level, we have the podcast itself. The podcast is the place for free all day long, wherever and whenever it suits you learning. I know from countless emails how it is, without question, possible to turn your business around or ramp your business up simply by listening to the podcast. And actually, let me just restate that a little bit. Listening only isn't going to quite cut it, is it? It's by listening and deciding to act on what you've heard, right? Now, Darcy Heather, episode number 220, explained how after 10 years in business, she found the show and all the changes and improvements she made to her business she did based on the podcast. Then we have Darla Powell, episodes number 203 and 330, Kelsey Gross, number 167, and Kimberly Kay, number 234, and Christine Lynn, number 470. Each of these ladies launched and started making money out the gate because of the lessons that our guests have shared on this show. And of course, Sarah Brennan, who's a startup design firm and is doing so well that I've asked her to write about it on my blog so that she can further help you duplicate the success that she has learned through the podcast. So, the number one absolutely free resource to make your business more successful in 2020 is to actively listen and decide to implement the lessons from the show. All right? Number two, what about Sarah Brennan? She is killing it with clients and maintaining and making a full pipeline because the number one takeaway that Sarah has learned from the show is to systemize every single aspect of her business. It took her over a year to do it. This isn't an afternoon project, all right? But the double whammy payout of putting in all the hours, as Sarah has done, and the work to create the defined processes is that she not only has checklists with cross-checks for every portion from on her client journey, from hello to the design phase, to the execution, to the installation, to the thank you, okay? Because she has defined it so clearly for herself. Once she did that and she created that, Sarah realized she could actually chunk out various sections of her process. She could describe them clearly. And then guess what? She realized she could package them and sell them. No more long sessions of justifying her service and her fees. No more scope creep because of blurred lines on deliverables. Think about that. Just think about that one benefit right there. Really, truly being able to eliminate scope creep because you have so clearly set out what you will deliver for a defined price that there's no debating it, right? Okay? So now when she goes on consults, they end with checks and signed contracts. All right. Designers at all stages of life and the business career have proven to us that when you make even this one exact critical improvement to your business, which is to create a process for every step you do, you will increase the number of projects you have and you will make less mistakes, which means you will earn more money. Right? Because you're not paying for mistakes throughout the process. And the thing that I also know is when you have developed a tight process for what you do, you are just infinitely more confident. It is the gift of the system, right? You know me, I came to systems kicking and screaming. But that is the payoff. And that is even why myself, just like a lot of you, do not love to live in a system. I have learned that by being in the system, it gives me the confidence to express to every single person what I deliver. And when you have confidence in what you deliver, guess what else you get to do? You get to raise your prices because you're so clear on exactly how and what you will provide for them, right? And when you do this, you make more money for yourself and your family, all right? So what do I have for you? I have Process Leads to Profits. This will be an 8-week course taught live via Zoom by Sarah Brennan. She will cover with you exactly how to put processes into place for your business. You don't have to do the things the way she does them, all right? That's not the point of this, okay? This is not how to run my business like Sarah, although now that I say it, that's not a bad idea. But seriously, this is how do I make the way I run my business a system? How do I make it a duplicatable process so I run it more smoothly, efficiently, and effectively, which ultimately means more profitably? All right? Sarah is going to teach you how she did this for her business. All right. This course will start on January 8th. The early bird price is $18.95. And next Friday, December 20th, it goes to $21.95. So don't hesitate. If you know this is for you, just do it. Pull the trigger. Okay. We're going to limit the attendees so that everyone gets their value from Sarah's time. Now, you're not sure if it's worth it? Let me just say something to you. Let's just say you're relatively new in business and maybe you're ramping up, and last year, let's just say you had 5 clients. Okay, so we're talking about hashtag baby designer, maybe you're a year or 2 out the gate, 5 clients. You take this course and now you have a finite process. And let's say that, again, conservatively, that in 2020, you have 10 clients. Now, let's say because of what you learned, you make just $5,000 more per client. Add it up. That's $50,000 more this year for a course that cost you under $2,000. Now, let's play that game a little differently. Let's say you're in business longer. And let's say maybe you're in business 10 years or more. And even though you're in business this many years, you kind of know the back end of your business isn't so locked down, right? I know that's true. I talk to you. I know it's possible, okay? So let's say even though you're not quite a tight ship, just by the virtue of being in business 10, 15 years and knowing the expertise you have and your experience, that you are running 15 or so projects a year. The thing is, I know you're doing these well. I know you're doing the projects well. But I also know that it's possible to have that level of experience, have that many clients, and still feel like, what the heck is going on the other back end? On the back end, right? Believe me, I told you at the top of this, from talking to you, I've understood these things, okay? So, yeah, you've got 15 clients a year. You're doing a pretty good job. But let's just say because you take Sarah's course and you really learn to tighten up the back end of your business, you can handle with the same staff, whether it's you and 1 person or you and 5 persons, let's just say you can handle 5 more projects in 2020. And because you are sophisticated and you are experienced, you add $10,000 more to your gross profits. You're not your gross profits, to your gross sales number, okay, on each project. That's a total gross revenue gain of $200,000. This is how this type of information and getting these things in your business organized really exponentially creates a completely different business. That's the truth. Okay? So give it some thought. If you're interested in that, you go to processleadstoprofits.com and sign up. All right. Now, next on the hit parade, we have window treatments. How would you like to confidently talk about window treatments with your clients? How about would you like to confidently talk with a retailer like me or a workroom like Vita, right? I'm here to tell you that window treatments are the finishing touch on any space. They complete the room the way the right necklace or a fabulous pair of shoes completes an outfit. And just like those accessories, they are the add-on that adds to your profit margin as an interior designer. Don't leave money on the table. This class is called Profit with Window Treatments. Vita is going to take you through 8 weeks of all the essential details you need to know to work with your local window treatment professional so you can add massive revenues to every design project you have in 2020. Again, this class is $18.95. I don't think I need to explain how even one window treatment project as a result of what you will learn in this class pays for its own ROI, okay? Let alone the ROI that you can expect over the entire year, okay? So if you're interested in that class, go to profitwithwindowtreatments.com, all right? Again, early bird is going to end 1 week from today. All right, that class is going to start January 15th. All righty. Now, the next thing is for everyone who doesn't know what they need to know, but needs to know what they don't know. It sounds crazy, right? I know, but it's not. I've been told dozens of times that I'd like to coach with you, but I don't think I'm ready because I really don't know what I should ask you. So I feel like if I pay for coaching sessions, it might be like a waste of time and money, right? I get that. You might be so new in your business career that you're not sure what you don't know, okay? Or you can be 10, 15 years in it, and maybe you struggle with sales. You struggle with those conversations. The interesting thing about this is that this is for you if you just want to be together with me and your peers and basically ask questions. It's like a business forum. It's like a Q&A live, okay? So you want the knowledge. You want to be exposed to all kinds of situations that potentially come up with clients, with vendors, with trades. You know, maybe you're in the thick of a problem and you know you could ask it in a Facebook group, but you want the real life interaction and you want to know exactly the nuance of the language and the words, okay? How do I tell them X, Y, Z? You know, it's funny because my friend Malky Berger has been in 2 masterminds with me and my Sales for Creatives course. That's a pretty significant commitment for somebody to do those 3 sessions. Those sessions are 10 or 8 weeks each one. And at one point, Malky said to me, I just like the feeling of being in your brain. Being there every single week, whether it's my problem or somebody else's problem, my question or somebody else's question, just listening to the way that you dissect a problem, get to the root of it, and then help us figure out how to craft the conversation through the exact words to get to the result that we need to get to. So this is the thing, right? This is my superpowers. My superpower is sales. And what is sales really? It is listening. It is getting to the root of a problem so you can what? So you can create a win-win, right? It's the win-win that creates client loyalty, that creates lasting relationships with vendors and trades. This is how you grow a business and how you grow your business acumen. You check your ego at the door and you craft the words and the solutions that result in the outcomes that you want, okay? So we're calling this, What Would Lou Do? Pretty crazy, I know, but it's the best I could come up with. So the thing is, we're going to meet one time per month via Zoom, okay, live, right? And you can email questions ahead of time, and then I can go through. I might get 2 questions ahead of time. I might get 10 questions ahead of time. It doesn't matter. We're going to meet one time per month for Zoom for an hour. And I'm going to either read the questions that I've been given ahead of time and run through the answers and how to craft the conversation to come up with these solutions. Or in real time, you can look in my eyeballs and ask me a question. And you can say, hey, I got a contractor that every single time I show up on the job, he's treating me like crappy. What am I going to do about that? And I'm going to ask you about 5 questions, and then I'm going to tell you exactly what you should do about it, right? So maybe you have a client that returns to you and hasn't worked with you in 4 or 5 years, and since then your rates have doubled. How do you have that conversation? I'm going to tell you how to have that conversation, right? So the thing is, you might also have like a vendor that repeatedly drops the ball and is repeatedly embarrassing you in front of your client. But, it's like a hard conversation. What do? He's a nice guy. You've worked with him for a long time. These are the kinds of things that we are going to go over in this. Any conflict, any scenario, whatever you need help with, okay? So, and the best part about something like this is that when I said in the beginning of this part of the conversation is you don't know what you don't know. It doesn't have to be a problem that you are experiencing. Somebody else can be the one with the question that week, and you're going to benefit from it. Just like Malky said, just being in my brain, okay? So what would Lou do? Is a 6-month commitment at $345 a month. It includes 1 live meeting per month and a private Facebook group for daily ongoing questions and support. Okay, if you've been in any of my masterminds or my Sales for Creatives, you know that if you tag me in a question, I'm going to come in and answer it for you. Whether I give you a video to answer it, I give you, words on the Facebook page, but this is the commitment to you. If you decide to commit for a full year, you get a month free. All right, so go to whatwouldloudo.com to sign up. All right. Next up is Design Build for Profit. This is pretty interesting. This class will start in February, and all I can say is OMG. All right. Jenny Slingerland of Black Ink Interiors in Arizona will be leading this class. Jenny has extensive experience in the design build arena, and she is going to teach her entire process for working with a client to help them navigate their new construction project. And better, she is going to teach you how to create a spec binder that any GC or builder would kiss your feet to receive. Okay? At the end of this class, you will know how to deliver exactly what a builder needs and exactly in the way he needs it. You could approach either the builder or the homeowner and confidently promise either one of these to deliver an organized spec binder, complete with every single drawing, every list needed to complete a design build on time, on budget. Amazing. Am I right? I know. This one's a game changer. So to be on the email list to know when this registration opens, go to designbuildforprofit.com. You might be seeing a little theme here with profiting in 2020. I'm just going to say. All right. Now, the last is an opportunity for my hashtag seasoned designers. Those of you who are running along, things are mostly going really well, but you know in your core, even if you're doing $1 million or more in gross revenues, that it could be better, or maybe you could just feel better about it. Sometimes you just feel like I'm hitting all my numbers, but am I doing the best I can? And you're not sure where to turn for that higher level of advice, okay? So at this level, you are dead serious about your business, and it is time for some big picture thinking. It is time for you to have some solid guidance, some advice, someone to bounce the big ideas off of, someone to hold you accountable. Okay. So in 2020, I am offering myself as the chairman of the board to up to 5 firms. Okay. In all fairness, I have 3 interested firms already. So by the time this podcast airs, there may be only 2 positions left. All right. What's going to happen with this is it's going to include 4 full day sessions with me, 1 per quarter. All right. So if you're not local, it can be all day via Zoom. All right. We might meet, say, 9 o'clock in the morning until 12. We'll take a break. You go your way. I'll go my way. We'll meet back at 1:30 and then go to the end of the day. Okay. So 4 times a year. The first meeting is going to be the big picture view of your company. Where are you? What are you achieving? What did you do last year? What are your goals for this year? If you need help setting them, of course, that's what I'm there for. What are the problems you're facing? Are you experiencing staff problems? Are you wondering if you should take on studio space? The big picture things. We're going to break it down and we're going to figure out. See, what I'm really good at is sifting through what is fun to do, what is exciting to do, and what is necessary to do. That's one part. The other thing I'm really good at is sifting through what you think is the obstacle to what you want to create and really turning it on its head and saying, but isn't this really the problem over here? This thing that you're sort of ignoring? Okay. So it's a funny thing. And I know it sounds crazy for me to keep telling you what my superpower is, but the truth is we all know what we're good at. And in order for me to help you, I want to really just concentrate on the things that I'm good at. So if you said to me, I need a financial plan for 2020, not me. I'm not going to, I'm going to say, call Michelle Williams, right? Okay. I mean, and the thing is, what's funny is it's not like I couldn't help you with it, but I'm not the best person for it. So what I'm focusing on is the things that I've learned that you need and the things that I've learned that I've been able to help those of you with over the last 4 years. And I'm just zeroing in on it. And like in the courses with Sarah and Vita and Jenny, if I can find somebody like I found these 3 outstanding women to deliver that for you, that's what I'm going to do. And for these 2 opportunities, it's me. And that's what I'm going to do. So if you are dead serious about your firm and you need that guidance, that support, that big picture thinking, that pat on the back and that little slap on the booty, that's what I'm good at, and I would love to help you do it. Okay. This is a 1-year commitment. It includes the 4 full day meetings. Look, if you want to fly into New Jersey and we want to have that meeting in person, I'm up for it all day long. Okay. But we can do it via Zoom, 100%. I promise you that. Okay. And then this commitment and this experience is also going to include once a month, 1-hour monthly Zoom calls. So it's not just the 4 meetings, but it's, every single month, all throughout the year, we're going to meet and talk and we're going to say, okay, where are you? What's going on? This is what we said last month. Where did you do it? Okay. And also, too, when you are the chairman of the board for someone else's company, I did not make up this concept. You know that, right? What you mostly look for in a chairman of the board when you hire that outside of your company is you look for the person that has been through what you've been through, has experienced the highs and lows in business, that has the hindsight to remember. For instance, I've been through 3 recessions. I know what it's like. I know the first one almost killed us. I know the third one we sailed right through. So I come to this with many, many, many experiences and lessons, all right? But when you look for a chairman of the board, you're also looking for someone who is very sure of what they know And for all the things that they don't know, they have the network of people that they can connect you with for exactly the things you need, right? So you might be sitting there wondering, should I hire this, or this? And your chairman of the board is going to cut right through it and say, this is your number one problem. This is how you fix it. And it's either by working with me or you need to hire this person to do it. So it's that kind of clarity. All right. And, if you have a business partner, you probably don't need a chairman of the board. You might, but you probably don't, because you probably function like that for each other. One of you has an idea, the other one knows how to do it. The other one says that's a crazy pants idea. The other one says, no way, I've got to do it, right? But when you're a solo business owner, and if you don't have this ability, that trusted person that's going to really get knee deep in the weeds with you on your business and take it as seriously as you do and really have your back on it, it can be lonely. It can be scary, especially when you start to reach the revenue goals and the revenue rates that you have and the responsibility that comes with that revenue level, right? So, all right. 1-year commitment, 4 full-day meetings, monthly Zoom calls, and I'm going to call it reasonable, unlimited email and Voxer support. Don't press me. No, you know what I'm saying. All right. And as they say, call for pricing. Okay. Seriously, this is a legitimate commitment for both me and for you. We need to be a fantastic fit. All right. I am not going to accept you if I don't think I'm the right fit for you. I promise you that. I'm not going to get involved in a commitment like this with anybody that I don't think I can gel with, and that I honestly, after 25 or 30 or 40 minute conversation with you, know that I'm the one that can help you, because I'm only about positive results. So I'm not worried and thinking like just sign people up and worry about it and see what happens. I want 110% customer satisfaction. You know that, right? So if you think that this is for you and you think maybe I'm the one that you could listen to in your ear every single month for a year, then email me at info@LuAnnNigara.com. Put chairman of the board in the subject line, and I will call you within the day, and we will see if this is right for you. All right. Then finally and lastly, of course, we have LuAnn Live coming in November 2020. If you want to know when registration is open for this outstanding 2.5 day event, please go to LuAnnLive.com. And if you are on that particular email list, you will get the details as soon as I have them. All right. I want to say one more thing to you. I was listening to one of the business podcasts that I listened to today, and the guy on the podcast said, normal gets normal. And that just it just hit me right between the eyes. Normal gets normal. If you do business as you normally do, you get the same results that you normally get. So are you going to settle for normal in 2020, or are you going for it? Are you going for more than your normal? All right. How about, let's just try this on for size. How about going for excellence, for exceptional? How about doing and being and achieving the best that you can? All right. Just like you say to your clients all the time, you can do it yourself. It'll probably look okay. Or you can choose to work with me, and I will not only create a more beautiful space, it will also function better, and I will save you time and money in mistakes and poor choices, right? You know design, and you know your clients benefit through your expertise, even if they resist and think they can do it alone. Well, can you do it alone? Can you bring your business to new heights alone? Are you as expert in business as you are in design? If you are, amen. And guess what? Email me so I can get you on the show, right? But if you know you have gaps, if you know you could be better, and more, and actually most importantly, If you are ready to be better and you are ready to invest in yourself, just like you advise your clients to invest in their design, I'd love to help you. Go to any of the web addresses that I mentioned, or just to make it easier, go to LuAnnNigara.com/resources, where you will find every class, every opportunity that I mentioned. All the links will be in the show notes too. Alrighty, that is all. Make a choice about 2020, all right? I really, really want for you to choose to be better. I want you to choose to be more profitable this year. I want you to decide to be excellent. Thank you so much for joining me again today. This podcast is a production of WindowWorks, your resource for custom window treatments and awnings. To learn how we can help you on your next interior design project, go to www.windowworks-nj.com. And if you're interested in working with me on your business, either through masterminds or one-on-one coaching, or you want to know how to get my book, The Making of a Well-Designed Business, or you just want to know what's going on in the podcast land and where I'm going to be, all of that is found at LuAnnNigara.com. Thank you so much. Have an excellent day.